Oh, yeah.
Oh, boys, we are back with episode 121 of the Until Next Week podcast.
Samuel, what are you doing on 420?
I am celebrating Easter because Christ is risen, R-I-Z-Z-E-N. But no, that was yesterday. But you know what? He is still risen. Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
that is pretty cool. Episode 121 is going to be a good one for you. I'm sure you're ready to talk about all your pre-Easter plans, post-Easter when you're listening to this.
Yep.
And we got a good one for you. We got some new surprises in the episode. And
a giveaway.
A giveaway, yes. Date with Dane. So episode 121 is coming at you.
We're so back.
We are so back. Okay, I'm going to start off hot here. Saw a video the other day by this Christian content creator, and I want to hear your reactions on this video. And we'll just kind of go from there, okay? Here you go. Just let me know what you think. And here it is.
You will find more bite once you back bow ass up. I see you in the field once you back bow ass up. Naomi, who you playing with? Back bow ass up.
You're talking about Boaz.
You look good once you back bow ass up. You will find more bite once you back bow ass up. I see you at my feet once you back bow ass up. About to sweep you off your feet once you back bow ass up.
I can't with that. That's crazy.
What are your thoughts when you back bow ass up?
I think that's crazy.
Yeah, it's so great.
And inappropriate.
What's wrong?
What do you mean what's wrong?
It's Boaz.
I know, Boaz needs to be
talking
out in
about
the
Ruth
field.
and Boaz, yeah.
Boaz needs to go out in the field again.
He's talking about Ruth.
And Ruth needs to go back to work too.
He's just talking about Boaz. What's wrong with that?
You need your Boaz, not broke ass. No good for nothing.
Was that our pastor who said that, or was that someone else?
That was David Marvin.
I know I've heard that before.
Which
and
was that's where I heard it first.
I think a lot of pastors and preachers and whoever else like bring that up about now you don't want a broke ass.
I'll be honest.
Boaz.
Nobody ever thinks about 5 years in the future that things are going to get quoted back to what you said.
It's wild. It's
going to
so
happen
good.
to us.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw that video the other day and I'm like, that is just quality content. That's really all I got to say about that.
What else is quality?
Some of my updates from this week. Yeah, I went to a MercyMe concert.
No, you didn't.
Okay, sorry. I guess I'm all done with my updates. Dane, you want to go?
He went to a MercyMe concert.
Yeah. So they were in Springfield, Missouri. I had not seen them since like spring of 2019, so I was pretty excited to see them once again. And I realized first thing is when I was going to pick up my tickets, they have some security issues. So when you walk into the arena, they have like everything where you can get checked for security, or
you need to be checked.
You can go to the left and pick up your tickets, but then where you leave the ticket area is past security.
Perfect.
So I could have brought anything in, like
what
anything.
What are you saying?
Anything.
What'd you bring?
I brought a whole hot dog.
You brought some doobies?
Doobies to the MercyMe concert.
Let me tell you something about Lindsay Reed.
What the world?
She's been doing a lot of doobie rolling in a van down by the river.
Hey, you heard it here first. Actually, maybe not here first. You could have already known.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
If you're Shepherd.
But yeah, I think she's actually training him in the doobie rolling arts.
They traded Lindsay?
Yeah.
Or they traded Shepherd?
Yeah, they're training Shepherd to be a doobie roller. Yeah, training, not trading.
I said traded.
They traded him for doobies? Why would you trade him for doobies when you can train him to roll the doobies?
I don't know. You got to grow it,
Scooby Dooby Doo.
No.
Anyway, so yeah, I got into the concert and it was myself, Lauren, my parents, and then Rebecca and Daniel, who are my older siblings. And we ended up having tickets like right on the main court, kind of underneath like where the scoreboard would be. So like dead center. And it was really good because when we walked up to our seats, there was people sitting in them, and then the person like what's the name of the person, like usher, I guess.
Yeah, Usher.
Yeah, he was like, you sit in the row behind. They're like, oh, sorry. And I looked about 15 minutes later, and they had moved over because I was much taller than them, and they could not see.
Yeah.
So that was great for them and great for me, honestly. But yeah, overall, very solid concert. They sang a new song called "I Can Only Imagine."
Oh,
I don't know if you've heard of it, but I think it might do well. I don't know though.
You know the first time I heard that song?
It probably wasn't that long ago.
At a funeral.
Oh no.
By that I mean like 2008.
Okay, well it came out in 99.
I know.
So I mean it was already 9 years old at that point and still being played a lot. They've made a movie about it. They're making a second movie about it.
Really?
And I can only imagine if they'll make a third.
Unreal. Cancel Samuel. # cancel Samuel. Bring it back.
I mean, was it Michael brought it back last week, I think, in his voice memo or his call or whatever?
He correctly brought it back.
Oh, okay. But overall, very solid concert. One of the coolest parts was a couple times they're just like not playing any instruments, and it's just like everybody singing like Amazing Grace or whatever else. And I'm like, that's cool. And I was like, I wish I would have got my phone out to record that part.
Yeah.
But I guess I was feeling the spirit more than my phone, and I guess that might be a good thing. Who knows? And then the only other thing is when they came out for like the encore that they definitely did not have planned, they went out, people clapped for about 12 seconds. They're like, okay, we'll sing our most popular song, I Can Only Imagine, because obviously we weren't going to sing that until then.
Obviously.
But they started getting into it, and all their audio was just going haywire. I'm like, are they going to stop singing? Because it was like screeching in our ears.
Really?
Like it was so bad. And you could tell that something was wrong because they're trying to take out like their earpieces
to hear
and
it,
just trying to see like, okay, where is everybody? Like try to get on beat. And they ended up working through it okay, but it was hectic. And you can tell they were professionals because they just played through it anyways. And eventually the sound did go away and they were able to get on beat. But that was cool.
Nice.
And then they played their last song. It's this called Happy Dance. And they make it very clear beforehand that this song is pretty dumb and pretty crazy, but it's fun to dance to, even if you're Baptist. So then they play that.
Even if you're Baptist. You can't dance if you're Baptist.
Unless they give you permission for Happy Dance.
For sinning concerts.
Yeah. MercyMe, you need a lot of the mercy for yourself if you dance.
mercy.
Yeah, mercy for me.
Man.
But overall, very solid concert. I think I've seen them 3 times now, 2 times headlining, and then one time they were like headlining Rock and Worship Roadshow back in the day, which was their spinoff of Winter Jam, but that's no longer a thing. And
you've been to the same number of MercyMe concerts that I've ever been to any concert ever.
Well, you could go to more. I would have asked you yesterday. I legitimately would have, but you were working.
I was working.
Because you were doing all the Easter stuff.
It was Good Friday.
Yeah, it was a Good Friday. But otherwise, I would have asked you, and I could have hooked you up.
I was also ushering.
Usher. You went to an Usher concert instead of MercyMe on Good Friday?
I was Usher.
I was Usher.
Yeah.
I did see you put on some dark makeup, and that was kind of weird.
No.
I guess I'll keep on moving on my updates. The only other thing that kind of stood out this week was after our K-Life leader meeting last week, I filled up with gas at Costco, and then in the distance, I saw someone rollerblading at night in the Costco parking lot holding what object? What do you think they were holding while rollerblading in the Costco parking lot? Give or take around 8:30 p.m.
What would you do? Sticker.
That was kind of deceiving on the notes. I'm mainly asking what would you do in this scenario, but we have to get to the scenario that I'm at.
Watermelon.
It was not a watermelon. I'll give you 2 more guesses.
Okay.
Keep in mind it is at night. Mm-hmm. So when you're out at night, what would you typically be holding? What would an object be?
A burrito.
Okay, I think you're getting maybe closer.
Ooh.
One more guess.
Or a water gun.
Okay, yep. It was a lightsaber.
Ooh.
It was fully lit up. And I'm like,
I was getting closer.
What in the world? Like rollerblading, Costco parking lot, all over the place, holding a lightsaber. Like what would you do in that scenario?
Glad you asked.
Yes.
Number 1, tackle them. Number 2, challenge them to a duel. Obviously, I brought my lightsaber.
Wouldn't it be better challenging him before the tackle? Or do you have to tackle to get his attention?
Straight tackle. That way you send a message and prove a point all at the same time.
Do you take his rollerblades? That way it's an even fight once you get back up?
No, because I don't know how to rollerblade.
But that's why you take his rollerblades.
Yeah, but he can't
defeat me. And then you throw him to the side.
You can only go straight when you're on rollerblades. You can't like be aerodynamic and move and shifty.
He was moving pretty nicely.
Yeah, but I'm faster than him. You know how I know that? Because I'm fast.
That is, I mean, he didn't catch you on Monday because you were at the leader meeting and you never saw him.
I never saw him.
And that's because you were so far ahead.
That's because I stole all the pasta from the leader meeting.
Yeah. Oh my word. There was so much pasta.
I ate on that the whole week and my roommates.
I took so much. Yeah, they had this local pasta place, which doesn't really matter. It's called Pasta Express. But they got like those big metal containers that they just fill up with pasta. And they had another one filled with salad and another one filled with toasted ravioli. Ooh. The only kind of ravioli you should ever eat.
Regular ravioli?
It's the beef kind or the meat one or whatever it is, which is way better than cheese
pork,
ravioli.
Actually.
Don't think it's pork.
Sausage.
I think that's sausage or something.
Which sausage is pork?
I don't know. No matter what, it's way better than cheese ravioli. And they had so much food and there was give or take 20 people there.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Half of them are people who don't eat a lot. Yes, that is the females. Yes. I should have said say it with me. But they probably could have fed 30 to 35 people. Or
5,000, if you will.
I think they had a lot of bread. I didn't see any fish, but they had a lot of bread. and there was so many leftovers. So obviously, Dane and myself got fed for the week.
I also took the cookies.
I did not even think about the cookies.
Oh yeah, they were pretty good. Like they were cold and like 8 out of 10 cookies. If they were fresh, it'd be like probably a 10 out of 10 cookie.
Yeah,
it was really good.
It was a very good day, and that's why we volunteer with K Life is to get all the free food after the meeting.
That is why I do ministry. I get a lot of free food from ministry.
Yeah. That was a similar. I was in like this accounting. It was called a fraternity, but it was more of like a club.
Same as in a frat.
Yeah, it was a frat. And everyone kind of knew the main reason I was there is at every single meeting they would have food catered afterwards, and I would stock up. Like even the people who came in who were like the speakers, they would recognize me and they're like, "Hey, you can go first." And I'm like, "Thank you. The first shall be last, and I always will be first."
I'm first.
Yes. But overall, solid time this week. What about you, Dane? What are some of your updates from the week?
Well, here we are. We're back at it.
We are back.
So we're back at it with another Taylor Swift review.
Oh, hitting us off with it early.
Yeah, so I listened to the song Welcome to New York by Taylor Swift.
What is that about?
It's about welcoming yourself to New York.
Okay. I heard it's been waiting for you.
And as I was watching it, and listening to it, by watching it, I mean listening to it.
That's not confusing.
Exactly. And so it's all about how people are going to New York.
It was about Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
Whenever he signed.
Yeah, they went from small town Wisconsin to New York, big town New York. But it's a new soundtrack. I could dance to this beat forevermore. The lights are so bright, but they never blind me. Welcome to New York. It's been waiting for you.
So where are the lyrics?
Well, so
or was that the lyrics?
That was some of the lyrics.
Oh, okay. I had no idea.
So here's some of the lyrics that I find interesting. When we first dropped our bags on the apartment floors, took our hearts and put them in the drawer.
Who's the we?
I don't know who we is.
Okay, that's true.
I don't know that whoever she's dating, whatever she wants. No, this is in 2014.
They might have been a thing.
Maybe.
Okay, keep going. Sorry, I'm interrupting the news.
Took our hearts and put them in a drawer. Everybody here was someone else before, and you can want who you want, boys and boys, girls and girls.
Okay, okay, I know we're listening to her song right now, but could you actually read the lyrics? Or wait, that was you?
We dropped our bags.
Wait. That was you the whole. I thought Taylor. We were playing. I think you were playing
Taylor.
Spotify.
I am Taylor.
That is crazy.
No, you're playing Spotify.
I was confused. I didn't realize that whole time that was you. Have you considered singing professionally?
I was reading out loud so that people can realize that Taylor Swift was telling us to not want the opposite gender. She said you can want what you want, boys and boys, girls and girls.
Oh. So is this a bop or is it not a bop? Speaking of the Man Wagon podcast.
I give it a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Okay.
It was catchy. It was okay. I'm never going to be like, hey, turn it off. This is so annoying. Like, shake it off.
Yeah.
But this one was okay.
I thought that was your favorite album, though.
1989?
Yeah.
1989 is my favorite album.
But you don't like the number one song from that album.
No.
Shake It Off.
That's definitely not the number one song.
Was it because of the music
album.
video?
Maybe.
It was like too skimpy of dancers?
Yeah, every time.
Mm-hmm.
And
I was thinking of wearing the same thing for Halloween next year.
Skimpy.
Yeah, skimpy the little Geordie jeans.
And then next on the list of the agendas is that we had Easter at MSU yesterday.
Yep, tomorrow we had it, and you'll be listening to this when it was yesterday.
Tomorrow we had it, and yesterday we had it as well.
Yeah.
So we decided as a church congregation that we are too big, and we want to do one big family gathering, and I'll talk about that later.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. I'm sorry. I'm just like really... It's great that we're too big because we recently built a new building like a year ago because we were too big.
Well, it's 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
But either way,
we'll build a new building.
You outgrow it in 2 years is not the plan.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
We're already at 3 gatherings, and now we're like, hey, we want to have everybody together for Easter, which we're expecting probably 3,500 people for Easter. And I'm like, this is crazy. And it's crazy because half the staff isn't paid. But also, we have a lot of volunteers.
You're paid.
Also, I won't be able to go to Easter at all. So, I'll be there, but I'm going to be taking care of kids the whole time.
I'm sorry. Live stream it.
Well, it's not like even my age range. It's going to be like...
Well, yeah. I mean, usually you don't take care of kids in your own age range.
Yes. It's not even going to be the ones that I'm usually with, the middle schoolers and high schoolers. It's going to be with the 2-year-olds.
They trust you?
I don't know about trust.
They just want bodies?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more that. because I was with them yesterday on Good Friday as well, and I get into that later as well.
I saw you.
Yeah, with the kids.
No, I saw you when I walked in to sit down.
Oh yeah,
you were there, and I'm like, I'm proud of you for doing your job.
I was ushering then. I was usher, then I served communion, then I was in kids.
Okay. If you want a quick rundown, we sang, and then we read a part of scripture, and then sang, read a part of scripture, did that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then we had crackers and juice.
It wasn't crackers.
Bread and crackers.
Yeah.
Bread and juice.
It was bread and juice.
Yeah.
But
how do you know? You weren't there.
I sat in it though. In the first one.
Oh,
not the second
so
one.
you were there for one of them because we had two.
I also went to the run through for that. So
That's cool.
I knew it was going to happen the whole time.
Did you bring your running shoes?
No. Because I was supposed to dress up like a funeral.
That is true.
So that's what we did. And then also we had Light Coat Easter this past week. And let me see.
When you say this past week, does
Youth
that actually
Group
mean
Easter.
this past week? Or
Yes.
is that okay?
Actually this past
So
week.
this has actually happened.
On the 16th.
That's
yes.
cool.
We did that. And let me see if I talk about it here. Okay. Yeah, I talk about some of the things later with the kids. But
Okay.
So what we did was I got up there and I got to deliver the Easter message, kind of like what I gave you guys last week, which was pretty cool.
Did you wear a bunny costume?
I did not, because bunnies are not real with Easter. So that's just something we made up as the Western Hemisphere. I don't know why rabbits came into this.
We'll get into that here.
And so, what was it though? Yeah, I gave my Easter devotional on the front end. It was, I think whenever I was going through the run through, it was probably 13 minutes-ish, and it was supposed to be 10 to 15, so that was perfect.
Yeah.
And then my boss, he gave me a review the next day, and he goes, yeah, you did really good, and everybody left knowing you talked about the resurrection, and it was clearly about the resurrection, but you didn't have that, like, one-liner, like that one main point that everybody could, like, if they walk away and somebody says, give me a one-sentence summary about what it was about, you didn't have that one phrase that was like, hey,
run the dang ball.
Yeah.
That's what you needed.
That's what my hat says.
You didn't have that. Did you wear that hat at church?
No.
That's probably good.
I almost wore it today to the setup for Easter tomorrow, but
Okay.
I did not, because I was like, yeah, this would be controversial. And so did not wear this there, but did that. And so that's what I've been doing this past week. And I think I was busy. I've been busy so much, man. And then I'm busy all next week too.
Yeah.
And so like these 2 weeks were like, because Easter is church Super Bowl. And then the following week, which is next week, my roommate is getting married. So he's doing his bachelor party the same weekend of his wedding.
One of our sponsors.
One of our
Shout
sponsors,
out.
Reverend Banks.
Shout out.
Mrs. Reverend Banks will also be there. Well, she won't be at the bachelor party.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy. And
Allegedly.
also, allegedly. I do like how we're older, though, because the stuff on the agenda is not like ridiculous and crazy. It's like, hey.
I would still be doing wild stuff.
Well, yeah.
I love that.
It's like, hey, let's go to Topgolf. Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
You mean big shots? Get it right.
Whatever.
Put some respect on their name.
I don't care. I hate golf. I just want to watch the draft. And that's all I want to do on Thursday.
Why does every single bachelor party end at Topgolf for some reason? I've been to like 3 different ones, 3 or 4, and 2 of them have been at Topgolf.
I just don't know why people like it that much.
It was fun before we got one in our own town. Because I went to one in Kansas City when we got hit with that ice storm, and we played in it was legitimately like 7 degrees.
That's terrible.
And I remember right before I was considering wearing like my wool socks, and someone was like, "No, they have heaters there. You'll be fine." I was not fine.
Yeah, not fine.
When it's 7 degrees and windy,
still 7 degrees.
The heaters don't do a lot, but it still was very fun. And then I went to another bachelor party here like a couple of years ago in town, and we went to Big Shots, and it was fun. But I'm like, every single time, it's like clockwork.
Big Shots, like Topgolf, same thing.
Yeah,
5.2 out of 10.
If you're right with the right group of people, it's pretty fun. But I'm like,
Yeah, but I'm with the right group of people anywhere.
One of like the perfect ones was, I think, the first time I was ever in a bachelor party for my friend Keaton.
Yeah,
and
Keaton Bliss.
And it was great because I was the one who helped create this event. Because I was one of the best men. Shout out.
Whoa.
But we went to like this random Airbnb in like the middle of Missouri, and it was really great because this Airbnb that we picked out, it was kind of cheap, but also the person living there was still living there. And when we showed up, he was like, "Hey, do you want me to show you my basement?"
No.
And we're like, "Not really, but I guess we'll follow you." And then he proceeded to take us in this basically like a bunker, like
murder
concrete
basement.
walls, and it was like, yeah, and there's this giant door that like
murder room.
No one can get in. I'm like, we might die. We might die during this time. And then like he was like, hey, I can do your dishes. I can cook those lasagnas for you. Oh, do you want to play video games? Like, not really.
Quit hanging out with us.
Like, I don't really want to hang out with you. But that wasn't the fun part. We ended up going to the lake because one of the guys had a lake boat and did a lot of tubing. The guy who was going to get married, he did not tube because I guess he didn't want to get injured, or he was so impressed by my tubing skills.
Or both.
Yeah. Do you think Easter or Christmas is a more confusing holiday for kids? Because Christmas you got Santa Claus, but Easter you got the Easter Bunny.
Probably Christmas.
Okay. I would tend to agree with you, but I saw a video earlier by someone that I know who's a Ghost Runners listener who I've met a couple times. His name's Andrew Thurbush. He's
that's quite the last name.
I know. He's he's like a homeschooler type guy, and he's probably around the same age as us, and he makes a lot of like good Christian type content. And he had this video today that's kids at the church Easter egg hunt.
Nice.
And I think I'll just kind of play this for you and we can kind of go.
Risen today. Wait, so Jesus died and then 3 days later he came back as Easter bunny? Well, in Sunday school we learned that Jesus has raisins. So I guess that's his favorite snack. No, I'm gonna find more eggs than you so I can go to heaven. Trick or treat. I found another egg, but it doesn't have any candy in it and it's hard. And it smells like my grandma's house. So Christmas is Jesus' birthday and then Easter is Jesus' second birthday and Halloween is the devil's birthday. You see, only Christian rabbits poop out plastic eggs. That's why they're only at the church. No, stop throwing your eggs at me. I'm pretty sure that the Easter bunny was the one that helped roll the stone away so Jesus could leave. I bet you only find deviled eggs because you're mean. I prayed that God would help me find all the candy so you can't have any. Found an egg that was empty and had no candy in it? I think that means that Jesus doesn't love you and you have to leave the church now. Because the pastor preached so long today, I bet the devil came out here and stole the eggs. See, Jesus wasn't in the tomb because he got up to go have the Easter eggs.
Also true.
So I think that's how most kids probably see it.
My favorite one there was, I'm going to find more eggs so I can go to heaven. Facts.
I also like the line where he's like, and the Easter bunny helped to roll the stone away so then Jesus could leave.
Gleave.
Gleave.
Kids do be doing that. They be doing the craziest
stumbling
things.
all their words and everything else. But
gosh, when people start calling Easter for what that is and then this for what it is, it really starts to grind my gears.
I went the wrong way.
Dang it.
Where is it? Where did it go? There it is.
We were on the same page and everything.
I was on the right tab and I clicked over because I didn't think we were on the right tab. I mean, my week was pretty good because I didn't have a grind to my gears really until about 2 hours ago. I was on the phone with you and I was like, hey, I will go get you a Sonic drink if you want.
And I said, deal.
And he was like, okay. And then during this time, I was parked and someone just like swung their door open and hit my car. I'm like, honestly, it might have been an improvement to my vehicle because it is 2003. But I was like, I can't even think right now. And you were trying to tell me what you wanted to drink. And I was like, frustrated.
True.
Luckily, there was no dents or anything, so I was able to go on my way. I was able to carry on, etc. And then I went to Sonic, and you made it very clear you want a cherry limeade with light ice. I'm like, okay, I won't get this wrong. But Sonic decided to get this wrong, and they didn't give me a cherry limeade with no ice. They gave me a cherry limeade slush. So basically the exact opposite, and as much ice as you can fit in the drink, that's what they gave you.
Literally half ice.
Yeah. So hopefully you enjoy that either way, but that's the main stuff that grinded my gears this week.
Yeah. Cherry limeades. They remind me of my high school girlfriend.
Do you want to
elaborate?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. No, she just, we'd always go to Sonic together.
Oh, okay.
We were like, we both played tennis, and so then there was a Sonic right across the street from the indoor tennis courts. So,
and then you're the only 10 I see?
No.
Okay.
No.
Maybe that's the wrong way to use that joke.
Dang it. She came up in my, what's it called? My Easter sermon.
She's risen.
No.
Or no, she's risen, like R-I-Z-Z. She's risen still for you?
No.
How did she elaborate more.
She came up in my Easter sermon because I was talking about when's the first time that God started to pull on like the heartstrings of my heart, where I was like, when's the first time I started to think about like God and Jesus and what is life and things like that. And the first thing I can remember it ever being is we're walking up the hill to go to school together, and we're the classic on again, off again, dating relationship, classic. And she turns to me, I don't even know what we're talking about, but she just goes, yeah, that whole Christianity thing, like that's just nonsense. Like God isn't real for sure. And I remember walking and being like, I don't know why.
Because I want to go watch the movie God's Not Dead.
No, I didn't even know about that yet. But I was like, I don't know why. But I was like, she's wrong. And like, she was 4.0 student, valedictorian, is in doctor school right now. I'm the guy who didn't finish college and struggled to pass high school.
And he also called it doctor school.
Doctor school.
So, yeah.
And yeah, I'm like, she's wrong. And so I got to use that as an illustration in my Easter sermon. So that was pretty cool. Easter sermon was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool for sure.
And so what grinds my gears?
I was going to say, yeah, what grinds your gears?
Is first off credit cards, because
Dave Ramsey hates them. And if you use them, he hates you.
Yes.
Okay.
But so I made a big payment on my credit card this week. You know, I'm like, hey, all the stuff that I spent, let's pay some of that off.
Yep.
And then I paid off, and then on like the 12th, and then by the 17th, which was yesterday, by the 18th actually.
Yeah, yesterday.
They it still hadn't posted in my app, and I was like, where are these funds? Like, I need this to post. Like, what's happening? This has been 5 days. So I called them. They just go, yeah, we're holding your funds for your protection. I'm like, you certainly took it out of my bank account.
Yeah.
And it's not in my credit card at all, or my funds for my credit card at all. So you're just holding my funds for 8 days?
I mean, it usually takes a few days at least
for
them to post.
Yeah, it'll take, mine's always been like the next day it'll post.
Okay.
And so then this time it had been 5 days. So I called them and I'm like, hey, what's up? And they said, yeah, we're holding it for your protection and it'll post on the 20th. And I'm like, what? On a Sunday for one?
Yeah.
And for two, on Easter? And for three, why is it taking 8 days to post? And why are you withholding my money illegally from me for 8 days?
But does it really matter though? Because
it didn't really matter.
You paid it, so it wasn't going to be money that you're using anyway. And it's not like they're going to
think.
I don't think they were going to penalize you after already making the payment.
No, I just need to know where $700 is going.
That is annoying because I did do something similar the other day. I think I transferred a good chunk of change from like a savings account to like an investment thing. And I'm like, I know I did this, but I don't see it anywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, it makes you like a little nervous. I'm like, I hope that worked.
Yeah.
It said it worked.
And I'm just
like,
scammed.
But like, where is it? And but it's okay. It all got figured out.
That's also the thing that happened with this credit card. This is why I was nervous.
Yeah.
Was because they withheld the funds, right, for 8 days. And then the reason like I was even like nervous was because they like froze the card. And I'm like, hey, why'd you freeze the card?
Out of ice?
No. I'm like, why'd you freeze the card? They're like, there's suspicious activity on there. I'm like what? And they said,
Amazon.
Do you have Netflix?
Netflix, that was it.
I said, yes. They're like, okay, well,
what's your favorite show?
No. they were like, you ever been to a Blue Iguana car wash? Yes.
I've heard stranger things than that.
And that's the two things they froze it for. And I'm like, guys, you can't do this. They're like, well, that's fine. But actually, we're deactivating the card because we have to. And I'm like, what do you mean? They go, we're sending you a new one. It should be there in 4 to 6 business days. This is unreal. Capital One, don't use them.
Do you want to tell that story again next week? So it's 3 weeks in a row?
Maybe. It depends on what they do to me this week. But also, the other thing that grinds my gears is lent. Lent is whack.
What's wrong with lent?
Lots of things. First off, it's made up.
Wait, is lent the one where you gave up soda?
Yeah.
That's part of the reason I'm like, I'll get you a Sonic drink. We're past Lent.
Lent's over, yeah.
Yeah.
Lent ends on Thursday, apparently.
Yeah. Well, because they had to end it before 420.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So people can smoke on 420.
I gave up weed for Lent, but on 420, Easter.
Yeah, the holiday.
He is risen.
No, so that's what we did on Thursday. We were like doing a walkthrough for something, and then our pastor goes, yeah, Lent ended today. And we're like, what? And then, because I always thought it ended on Sunday, on Easter.
Whenever he announced that, was it like when you win the World Series, everybody starts shooting champagne? Did you do that with soda? It's like, I can drink this again?
Our college dude did, Aaron. Yeah, he was really excited because he gave up added sugar for Lent.
I feel like that's not
crazy.
A good thing where you end Lent and then you just immediately gorge yourself.
Oh, yeah. He went home and had so many sweets is what he said. And so
I feel like that's missing the point a little bit.
Well, maybe.
A little bit,
but
maybe.
I'm also like, first off, the Catholics made it up, for one. And also, it's 46 days, not 40. And they can indulge on Sundays, which is whack.
Well, we weren't going to do 46 because we want to change it just enough from the Catholics.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then It ends
It's kind of like how they have extra books in their Bible.
That's true.
We just took some of those away and made it 40 days instead of 46.
And 40 nights.
Yeah.
And so some interpretations will say that it ends on Thursday. Some say it ends on Friday. Some say it ends on Saturday. Some say it ends on Palm Sunday, which was last Sunday. And then some say it ends at Easter on midnight. And so I'm like, we're just making things up.
When you say midnight like 12 a.m. on Easter or 12 a.m. leaving Easter?
Leaving Easter.
So the day after Easter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, this is ridiculous. And honestly, I'm not doing it next year.
Okay.
Because A, made up. B, you're not supposed to tell people about your fasting. Jesus taught about that.
Do you want to talk about our 24-hour fast leading to Good Friday?
We did do that as well.
Okay. Well, we won't talk about it.
But then also, we, what's it called? Oh yeah, you're not supposed to disfigure your face like the hypocrites. And so,
I was wondering why you look like that.
Yeah. So I'm just like, everything surrounding Lent, I'm just like, none of this sounds biblical. Mm-hmm. I'm like, the practice itself of giving up something that you maybe have too much reliance on, yes, do that. You should do that as a sacrifice to point yourself back to Jesus.
Well, and also you shouldn't be like, what's the word? Like reliant on anything. I don't know what the word is.
Yeah. Don't
be owned by anything.
Yeah, don't let anything master you.
That's the word. Yeah. Yep.
You should be masters of your own body.
Yep.
And so I'm like, yeah, the practice of giving something up, like when people are like too addicted to like caffeine or coffee, yeah, give it up for a season and to reorient yourself back to the Lord.
Yeah.
But also Lent, like everybody tells everybody what they're giving up for Lent.
Yeah.
And it's made up. So I'm just like, hey, the math's not mathing anymore in my head.
I'd never say that again.
And the math's not mathing. But my boss argues like, oh, it's church tradition. And I'm like, okay, yeah.
There are some traditions that are good not to do.
Yeah, like communion is good tradition, I think. And because it points us back to Jesus. That seems like a good idea. But if you start saying, hey, taking communion is the reason that I'm saved from my sins, that's where I'm like, no, you're wrong. Like, it's a good practice to point us back to Jesus, but when you start using that thing as the reason why things are going well or whatever, no, wrong. So Lent is whack, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Is that everything that grinds your gears this week?
That is everything that grinds my gears this week.
Perfect, because it's time for Sports Talk. Once again, we are back to talk about everything that's not related to soccer. Yes, we talk about golf, football, baseball, pickleball, some table tennis maybe, and again, just nothing related to soccer. Yeah, this is going to be different for me. I'm going to talk about golf once again this week. I talked about it last week. I guess Jack let me know that I predicted that Rory McIlroy would win the Masters.
You did.
Which it was on Saturday when we recorded, so I had a pretty good chance of being correct because he was leading, I believe, at that point, or he was up there. But then this past Sunday was when the championship day was. He was, I think, tied for the lead or had like 1 or 2 stroke lead over, I think, DeChambeau going into the finals.
DeChambeau.
And it was a roller coaster day for Rory.
I watched the playoff hole.
Yeah, thanks for running it for everybody. But yeah, he had a big lead, and then he lost a lead, and then he was tied, and then he got a lead near the end. And it seemed like every time he had some crazy shot, he would just miss a putt. Like, it happened multiple times that would have helped him drastically, because then going into the final hole where he had a chance to win it, I believe I think he had to get a birdie and he would win the Masters, which is something he has never done before. And he hit a crazy shot. He was within 4 feet or so, 4 feet on the green for a Masters.
You're talking about the playoff?
I'm still talking about hole 18, where if he makes this,
I didn't watch this part,
4-foot putt, then he wins. And again, you are one of the greatest golfers ever, or you're considered
really
to be.
Good.
And all you got to do to win this one tournament that you've been trying to for 14 years or 15 years.
To complete the slam.
Yeah, the Grand Slam, which is confusing because this is golf and not baseball. And also this isn't Denny's.
True.
But yeah, he missed this 4-foot putt and you're like, oh no, it's happening again.
He's choking.
He has done this, I guess, a lot. He's choked on very big holes within like major competitions. And he had not won like a major competition in like 14 years, or maybe it's like 2014, so like 11 years. And everybody could just be like, oh no, it's going to happen again. He blew it. This is horrible. So he had to go to a 1-hole playoff against this other guy who had been done golfing already for like 40 minutes. And then it was back to hole 18, which
The Rose guy?
Yeah, Rose
Justin
guy.
Rose?
Some guy, I didn't even know who he was, but
Yeah,
I
I've
guess
never
he's
heard of
been
him.
playing like forever. I think he won a gold medal in the Olympics.
Really?
But again, who watches golf in the Olympics?
Who watches golf?
Yeah, it's all swimming. But basically, again, this other guy looking pretty good. He hit, I guess, his second shot, and he was probably within 15 feet of the hole. And at that point, all you have to do is win the hole to win the Masters. And then Rory went, and he hit the ball, and it had a nice little roll.
He pooped on it.
He was within like 3 feet of the hole. And at that point, the other guy went. He missed his really long putt, which is like, okay, Rory, you have a chance.
Figure it out.
Just make the short putt.
Yeah.
And he did. And he like broke down and like started crying. It was like a complete shock. He hugged his wife, hugged his girl. And I was like, okay, this is kind of sweet.
In the playoff.
In the playoff, yes.
Yeah.
So then he won the Masters, and he became the 6th guy ever to win the Grand Slam, which is winning all 4 major golf tournaments.
Which are what?
During your career. Let's see if I know this. I think it's the U.S. Open.
Yeah,
the Players Championship.
Maybe.
The Masters.
Yeah.
And a 4th one, which I don't know because I don't watch a lot of golf.
I don't either.
But there's 4 major ones. He has now won all 4. Only the 6th guy to ever do it, with like Tiger Woods and like other guys. Gary Player, Jack Nicholson.
Nicholas,
not Nicholson. not the actor. But it was cool to see. It was very historic. Was happy for him, and that's about it. I guess also during this time, that's like the most golf I've ever watched like at once, because I don't really care about golf. Like
right.
Tiger Woods, I'll watch him when he's doing good, but he hasn't done anything since 2019 when he won the Masters.
I remember getting to a TV for that.
And even then, like I was in like a swim banquet for the end of the year college swimming stuff. So people were just trying to follow it like on their phones while it was happening. But this time I sat down and watched basically the last like 9 holes.
Yeah.
So it was a good time. Happy he won it. I'm excited to see what happens in the future for those big guys.
What a guy.
Yeah. What about you? What's some sports related stuff?
So the NBA playoffs is happening, and here's what you need to know.
Which he's been watching it this whole time.
No, I've been watching some of it.
Okay.
And so what you need to know for your office whenever you go to work on Monday is that the NBA playoffs is happening right now. And so here's who you need to say is going to win. So in the Western Conference, that's some of the teams, is that there is the West best teams. So it's ranked 1 through 8, right?
Yep.
And then the Golden State Warriors, goated, has Steph Curry on their team. They are the 7th seed playing the Rockets. Hopefully they win and go on to play the team who wins against the Lakers and the Timberwolves, the 3 versus 6 seed.
Yep.
And the Lakers will probably win. So hopefully we get Lakers Warriors in the second round. That would be amazing. And then we have OKC, who will probably beat Memphis. And then I don't know who's going to win this next one, the Clippers or the Nuggets. Probably the Clippers. And then OKC's really, really good, though. So OKC will probably win the Western Conference and go to the NBA championship. And then the East, you have the Cavs, who are really good. You have the Knicks, who are good, and the Celtics, who are really good. Those are really the 3 teams that you only need to pay attention to in the East. And it's really the Cavs and the Celtics, and they're going to be the Eastern Conference Finals, and we don't know who's going to win there. But I don't know, they're both really good teams. So I want the Celtics to win because I'm a Celtics fan. And so it'd be Celtics and OKC in the championship. That is my prediction as of right now. And the playoffs started today when we're recording.
Yep.
So, and I'm going to predict that I don't know. I'm going to go Celtics win in 7 games.
Okay.
And they repeat as champions first time since the Lakers did it in 2009, 2010.
So if you wanted to know what's actually going to happen, Lakers are going to win the West with being led by LeBron and Luka, because that was still the craziest trade ever. And then the Cavs are going to win the East. Yes, it'll be LeBron James facing the Cavs in the NBA championship.
How poetic.
Be like, what in the world? Cavs fans will be confused, like, we want to win, but we can't cheer against LeBron, but I guess we have to.
Or Glorious King.
But LeBron will win that championship with Luka, just further emphasizing how bad the owner of the Mavericks is right now. And it will just be crazy. At that point, Bronny will finally have his first championship after all these years.
First father-son duo to win a championship.
I know, huge.
Dang it.
And then again, Luka will have his ring finally, and then it'll further solidify that LeBron is the greatest basketball player of our lifetime.
Luka winning a championship after getting traded, it would just be wild.
And there's a good chance it could happen because they look very nice. As long as they stay healthy, they have a very, very good team.
If they can play any defense at all, they would have a better chance. I think they're going to run. I could see them getting to the Western Conference Finals, but I think OKC would be too much
I don't know.
in the end.
Well, they were right with them the other day when they played, but then they threw Luka out with like 10 minutes left.
They did do that. That was great.
And then at that point, that's when they pulled ahead. So
don't get me wrong. I'm always pro ejection. I'm pro throwing anybody out of the game.
But at the same time, it was, I guess he was like chirping at a fan, and the ref thought he was yelling at him. He's like, that was no. And they're like, no, you're gone. I'm like, ref, you're fired. Like, it's crazy. But
I love ejections. It's because they're always hilarious.
It's always wild.
And
but,
so the last thing that I have, or two things I have actually. First one is a new MLB shift. I heard about this.
Hey, no cussing.
I said shift. You know that.
Hey. Okay, what was it?
And so they banned the shift, right?
Yeah.
But there's a new one that might be coming on the scene here pretty soon.
What is that?
Apparently, outfielders are not contained to their position per at bat. So if, say, we'll take the Cardinals, Jordan Walker and Nootbaar, right? They can switch positions after each batter. And you can have them play the pull side either way.
Oh, so you're saying like right field will move to left field and vice versa?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. And
a lot of running though for those guys.
This guy on TikTok brought it up and he goes, yeah, here's the actual rule. It says you do not have to lock it in at all, like where you're playing each inning. You can go wherever you want in the outfield.
I mean, honestly, I think that's fine. Who cares?
It, yeah.
It's the outfield, like whatever.
And then I'm like, dude, this is going to be the new shift, honestly, because then like pitchers will know to pitch a guy inside to where they pull it, and then it's going to get hit to the better defender.
Hit it to Brendan Donovan all day, every day.
Yeah.
I saw a stat earlier. He has never made an error in the outfield and only has only one error, I think, on the infield, which might have been at shortstop or second base.
He's amazing.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah. And so I'm like, dude, why do people not do that? Every at bat, left-handed hitters put Nootbaar in right field and Walker in left field. Right-handed hitters flip them.
Though, Jordan Walker has looked better in the outfield.
He has looked better.
Still get nervous whenever a ball's hit to him, no matter the situation, but he can make up a lot of ground and make some nice catches, but he's still a little scary.
He's doing better.
Yeah.
Not perfect, but now he's like slightly below average.
Which is kind of wild to hear talking about a major league player. That's something you have like in high school. Yeah, he's improving on the outfield, little Johnny, but or little Jordan, and you know, one of these days he might be one of the normal guys, but no, we're talking about a major league baseball player.
See, I say that like, I'm like, oh yeah, this would be hard, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I see it a little bit where I'm like, I just wouldn't know where I'm at. I don't feel comfortable in the outfield. Because like playing in the infield, I feel very comfortable because I always played the infield my whole career and I pitched. And so I'm like, I'm always on the infield.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, it is a major league player who's been around a lot, and you think
who every day take fly balls in the outfield. You should get comfortable.
Yeah, it's wild. But that's a
no. The last thing I have is
okay.
Samuel, are you sitting down?
Yes.
I need to tell you something.
Oh,
Ricky and I played in a pickleball tournament the other night.
Get out of here right now. We talked. You're cheating on me.
He asked me to play. He goes, do you want to play
Was
tonight?
it a Thursday night one?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Well, we won.
Okay. Well, so that means that you're further solidified. Was it? Do they have the same competition, or what happened there?
No.
So you haven't played in a while, and
Well, he texted me and goes, you want to play in it tonight? I was like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And because I was like, I'm going to run 10 miles, and then I'm going to go play in this pickleball tournament. And in the first round, we played these people who were both wearing jeans. And
why is it when you guys play together, they have the worst competition in the world, and then when we go, it's these expert pickleball players?
Well, when we played, I was talking to the dudes who put it on or whatever, and they go, yeah, we only have 6 teams tonight, including you guys.
Why does it always happen? Why can't that be the time that we play together?
I don't know. But so we're there, and we're like, okay. And they tell us, they're like, hey, you guys are going to slaughter everybody. Just don't be jerks. And we're like, okay. And then first round, 2 dudes in jeans. One guy said, hey, this is my first time playing pickleball ever. And I'm like, okay. And so we just kind of messed around and hit it to him and won 11-0. And then after that, we played 2 girls. Only one of them was in jeans. And then they were like upper 40s girls, though. And
those are the ones you have to watch out for.
True, but they were not good either.
Why?
Beat them 11-0.
I don't understand.
And then we played 2 dudes who were pretty good.
Okay.
They weren't like
jeans?
No jeans.
Okay, that's an improvement.
That's a big improvement. And they were about college age.
Was this for the championship?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. So we're playing these 2 dudes, and they were like pretty good, but not like to where I was real worried about it. It was like, hey, we need to play for real, but like we're gonna win, and we won 11-7, so it was good.
Okay.
And then we played 2 girls in the championship, and they were really good for like
Tennis players?
they might have been. They played good. They weren't like old lady who's been playing every day, all day, every day,
Yeah.
forever good. But like they got the ball back, had good rallies with us, and we beat them. We had to play them 2 out of 3 times, right? So we beat them 11-2, 11-3.
Yeah.
Because they just couldn't get any power on it, so we just demolished it every time, controlled the net, and we have a lot of power and I can hit it wherever I want. Ricky kind of can too. And then we played 21 after that, but to 11, which is where you have 3 people.
Was the tournament done at that point?
Tournament was done.
Yeah.
We already won. But then I won 21 as well.
That's crazy.
I had a great week. Young professionals on Tuesday, which is our young adults group.
Which I would go to this stuff, but I still have my small group. And I'm like, guess I got to miss it.
You got to come to. Did I tell you this yet?
Yeah, you already told me. And I already clicked yes, I was going. Because it's on like it's really late on some nights, so I can go.
8 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah.
But, no, I went to the thing this past week, played 2 pickleball games, won both. Then I played a game of pool, won that. Then I played the side-by-side like free throw challenge thing, won 6 games in a row with that.
You're an athlete.
Yeah, I never lost. I haven't lost all week. It's crazy.
Okay. Do you want to go swim against each other to feel some losing?
No, because I'm afraid of swimming. If you ever listen to me, that's my 5th biggest fear.
Okay. Sorry. I should have known.
Ooh, what do we have next?
I think we have something called our main segment, and I don't know, just listen in. Here we go. Okay, we've officially thrown the script out the window. It's time for the main segment, and honestly, who knows where this is going? We don't, you don't, God does, but he's not telling.
Welcome back to the main segment.
That's the new drop. We hope you enjoyed it. I don't know who recorded that, but
we just needed a little bit more of the guitar play after that. That would have been cool.
Yeah. That's some royalty-free background music and someone recording over it. But this is our main segment.
It sure is.
Yeah. That was one of the surprises we mentioned earlier in the episode. But we're going to do some blind ranking this week. So make sure to close your eyes while we go through this.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to have Dane blind rank some condiments.
Whoa.
I know. Pretty crazy stuff. We can go at it.
Right.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Did
you delete it?
I might have lost it.
Dang it.
Oh, wait. Okay, I got it back.
Okay, good.
I was a little worried there and realized I did not have it saved, but now I do. Okay.
You're keeping track?
I guess so. Okay. Number 1, or I guess the first one on the list, ranch dressing.
Frick. I love ranch.
Okay.
Especially Chick-fil-A's ranch.
Okay.
Give me number 2.
Number 2, right off the bat.
I love ranch.
Wow.
Ranch. We're from the Midwest, Samuel.
Okay.
What do you want from me?
I don't know.
I love ranch.
Don't know.
John, my boss tells me I have a problem with ranch because here's how it goes whenever I eat Chick-fil-A. You do an entire thing on the sandwich itself, and then you do like 2 more ranches, but you don't pour it on there. You pour it on every bite. So you already have ranch on the sandwich. You use 3 for a sandwich, and I use probably 4. No, not 4 more. I use 3 more for the fries.
Well, I guess it's understandable why you would put it number 2 then.
Oh, yeah.
So next one up, we have some sriracha.
Sriracha I don't like.
You don't?
No.
Why don't you like it? It's not like spicy stuff or what?
I love spicy stuff. I just don't like the taste of sriracha.
I think it used to be better. I think it's a little more tame now. They don't have as much kick to it.
8.
8. Okay. We can work with that.
I don't like sriracha.
Okay. Next up on the list, mayonnaise is an instrument.
It is an instrument.
Yes.
It is mayonnaise. We should have that as a drop for when somebody asks a dumb question.
Is mayonnaise an instrument? Yeah, maybe. We can see.
Mayonnaise. I don't like mayonnaise either. But I understand its use because you put it in some other things.
You can take this however you want.
So I'll put it at 6.
Okay.
Because I think there's going to be some others that I really don't like.
Okay, next up, Dijon mustard.
Is that
That's kind of like the more of a mustard with a kick to it.
so like spicy brown mustard?
Kind of.
I like spicy
I think
brown
kind of
mustard.
similar. We'll say spicy brown mustard.
Okay, I like spicy brown mustard. Put that at 4.
Okay, spicy brown mustard.
Because I put that on my like summer sausage and crackers and cheese.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Next up, we got some barbecue sauce.
I'm not a crazy big fan of barbecue sauce.
Have you had Chick-fil-A's barbecue sauce?
No.
That stuff's nice.
Dang it.
It's good.
5.
5. Not a big fan, but still number 5.
Yeah, because I like it in some circumstances, like with chicken. I like barbecue sauce.
I think you're in a pretty good spot right here because next up is ketchup.
Ketchup is interesting because I like it with French fries and hot dogs and bratwurst, and I don't know if there's anything else I like it with.
So you like it a lot, but do you like it a lot to put it up high or put it down low?
What do I have left?
You have 1, 3, 7, 9, 10.
Probably 3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay, saving number 1. That's bold. Next up, we got some wasabi.
Oh, wasabi?
Get that kick, make you cry a little bit.
Wasabi has no taste, just burn.
It's kind of nice with sushi, though.
No.
Except I get a little crazy at times and get a little too much, and I'm like, oh, I can't breathe, and I'm crying, and everything hurts, but I'll do it again.
What do I have left?
1, 7, 9, 10.
7.
7? That's kind of okay. I thought you were going to go 10 with it. Next up, honey mustard.
I don't love honey mustard, but I definitely should have put this at 7.
Well, you have 1, 9, or 10 for honey mustard.
9.
Okay.
I have 1 and 10 left.
I think we'll see. We'll see how these last two go. Salsa. 1 or 10.
Salsa shouldn't be 1, but it's definitely not 10. I like salsa. A good salsa is really good.
You have a lot to choose from here. 1 or 10.
Yeah, chips and salsa is amazing. Or like at a Mexican restaurant when you're like super hungry and you're waiting on your food and you're just like, this is all I have to eat. And then if you have somebody who has made homemade salsa, there's some homemade salsa Lindsay and I used to eat from, Lindsay, when you're listening, it's
Chipotle.
Dale's neighbor.
Oh, Dale's neighbor, yeah.
Uncle Dale's neighbor.
Uncle Dale's the best.
At the hunting cabin that we used to go to. I can't remember his name, but his wife, I think his wife's name was Joanne, but I can't remember the dude's name.
That checks out.
But she made some homemade salsa one time and brought it to us, and that is the best salsa I've ever had, and I don't know how to describe it to you. So give it to me for number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah.
You might regret that coming up. Okay. Last one.
Mountain Dew.
Soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
It's nothing that crazy.
Again, shouldn't be 10, but it's 10.
I didn't get anything super crazy for you. I probably should have had wasabi down lower.
Wasabi should have been 10.
But I'm saying I should have said that to you last.
Yeah.
Or try to change it up, or maybe you would have saved number 1. But I decided to randomize it a bit more, but it didn't leave for any super crazy responses.
Yeah. For the most part, this is a pretty close list.
I mean, here's what you got. You got salsa at number 1. You got ranch at number 2.
Oh, yeah.
Ketchup at number 3. Spicy brown mustard at number 4. Barbecue at number 5. Mayo number 6. Wasabi number 7. Sriracha number 8. Honey mustard number 9. And soy sauce number 10.
I would put honey mustard to 7 and move everything else down, and that's a pretty close list.
I mean, I don't hate it. I honestly, I probably would put soy sauce 10. I kind of like wasabi, and I would probably have it similar in that 5 to 10 range. Yeah. I think my number 1, I would probably go barbecue or ketchup. I would probably go ketchup number 1 if I had to choose, and then barbecue sauce, and then maybe salsa or something.
In your humble opinion,
honey mustard. Honey mustard would be up there. Honey mustard's number 3.
Right. No. In your humble opinion, where would Chick-fil-A sauce be on that list?
I don't love Chick-fil-A sauce.
I'm not a huge fan of it.
Like the sauces I get at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Yes.
I almost always either ask for their barbecue sauce, their sweet and spicy sriracha sauce, which is nice.
Obviously.
Maybe their honey roasted barbecue or their honey mustard. Those are like my big 4. And then if I want to get like a little crazy, I might get the Chick-fil-A sauce. I rarely, if ever, get the Polynesian. I rarely, if ever, get the buffalo or ranch. But their creamy salsa dressing's nice, also as like something to dip your stuff in.
Chick-fil-A is basically honey mustard to me.
I mean, it's like honey mustard and barbecue and like mayo mixed.
Ew.
That's, I think, what it is made up of. So maybe ranch, one of those. It's something like that.
Well, that was our...
Okay. No, you don't play it after. You play it before.
That was our main segment.
Yes.
Blind ranking the condiments of the world.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised you didn't give me Chick-fil-A sauce in there.
I got a randomized list, and I just kind of went with it.
From ChatGPT.
No, from Copilot, from Microsoft.
I don't even know what that means.
I just needed a random list of stuff, and I asked for it to shuffle it once, and then we went for it.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
I think it was pretty good overall. So, I don't know.
Because now, if you're walking, go ahead and sit down. If you're driving, you know what to do because you need to close your eyes and pull over. And because it is time for Dane's Manifesto.
Welcome back to Dane's Manifesto.
Welcome back to Dane's Manifesto, where we talk about everything unhinged because I am unhinged. Being on the hinge is not where you want to be. It's not a good place in life, honestly.
Yeah, that's why you go to Tinder.
What?
Like that joke? That was pretty good. There you go.
I always think about that. I always say I'm unhinged because I'm not on hinge. And so this week I want to talk about something that I observed in ministry this week. I think that a big quote unquote all inclusive family gatherings, just not the move.
So many little kids ahead of me.
Oh my goodness.
So many.
So
and they were just dropping stuff every which way.
Yes.
I'm like,
context.
Stop having all these little kids. I can understand why they're here.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them.
So the context is we like to have big old family-style family gatherings occasionally and for special events and things like that. And so basically we only had childcare from 0 to 2, so birth to 2. And then everybody else above that is in the gathering with us. And it's it's really hot.
I have to play
Time out! What have we here? Matching uniforms? Oh no. Elastigirl? You married Elastigirl? And got busy!
That's all I got to play. Keep going.
Incredibles, top 5 animated movie of all time. And we recently watched Incredibles 2 again for the first time in a while. But I think I saw Incredibles 2 in theaters maybe.
I saw it twice in theaters.
I don't remember. But so
lots of little kids.
Yeah, we're in here. 0 to 2s are in there, and it's really hot for one. And then the kids are dropping stuff and yelling and walking up and down the aisles and crying. The kid in front of me was crying.
One of those cries was from me.
Yeah, it's true.
Sorry.
True. And then they're reading the scripture, right? And they're reading the scripture where the Pilate's like, what should we do? This man, the crowd yells, crucify, crucify him. Kid in front of me goes, crucify. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, no, kid.
No.
And I'm like, this is wild. And I'm like, man. And then everybody's getting up and having to go take their kids somewhere. It's like every second something's getting dropped and you hear it.
Also, iPads shouldn't be allowed in church.
No, yeah.
These little kids both had these giant iPads. One was playing this like Frozen puzzle game, and then this boy got out like this makeup thing, and then the girl's like, no, I'm using that one. I'm like, good, gender roles. And
dang it.
But I'm like, just get your kids a coloring book or something. Don't these iPads aren't going to help them in the long run. Like,
this is where I'm like, where's the win here with like the 3-year-olds who aren't understanding anything that's happening and like they are just on their iPads. And I'm like,
I think the point is they wanted to have more staff be able to watch that, or they couldn't get enough staff to watch all the kids.
I think
that's more so it.
More so the latter.
But they want to be like, it's a family gathering. It's like, no, you couldn't get everybody to volunteer. It's okay though.
Yeah, and people leave and go to the different churches or their family churches or whatever. And so I was honestly more distracted in that gathering than I listened to the actual thing.
It was distracting.
Because I'm just looking around like, what's happening? When do I need to leave for this?
They should have a kids section in the corner.
In the corner.
Yeah.
Go make noise over here.
A soundproof room, like with this glass surrounding it, and you just see them like get crazy.
Yeah. And then, the kid shouts, crucify. And then I always say, if they're under 3, they're not for me. And so what age group did I serve in on Friday, Samuel?
Under 3.
2s.
Which is
under 3. Yeah. And it was ridiculous. And because I get in there and this one little kid gets dropped off and she was cool for like 2-3 minutes. And then she realized mom wasn't there and proceeded to cry for the next 25 minutes. And just, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, this is getting ridiculous. And then they called her mom and then the mom came and got her and then she was gone. And it was like, she left and then it was quiet and with like the other kids in there, like quietish, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, this is weird because of how quiet it is now. That's how much that kid was crying. It did not stop. We were just talking over her. And also we were fasting for Good Friday.
Stop talking about it so much.
Exactly. And so I'm just extra irritable at that point. And I'm just like, hey, you should just not do this instead. I'm like, I get it. We're all angry here, Lila.
Yeah.
And so That was additionally challenging. And then also the light code kids on Wednesday were additionally challenging, even though they were middle schoolers and high schoolers.
Just so you know, this is your manifesto, not grinds my gears, right?
It's a little of both.
Okay, just wanted to check.
But yeah, this is all about how family gatherings probably not the move.
Stop having families.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but the youth group kids, they what did they do? They attacked us whenever we brought out chips. They're like, rah, rah, and then they complain about how they don't have snack every week now. And we're like, it's because you guys are animals and you can't handle it.
Yeah.
And so we took it away. But also, we did you ever seen egg roulette on Jimmy Fallon?
Explain.
So basically, we played 4 games whenever we did the youth group Easter party this past week, and one of the games was egg roulette from Jimmy Fallon, where you ask questions. There's 2 people, and then if one person answers it correctly, then the other person has to take an egg from a carton and smash it on their head. But 10 of the eggs are hard-boiled, and 2 are real raw eggs.
That's a lot of money nowadays. That was $47.
Exactly. That was $47, and my time that I hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah.
And then but if you get it wrong, you have to pick up an egg and smash it on your head. And so,
so the point is you get to choose.
yeah, the point is you randomly pick one. You don't know who it is because you don't know which ones are hard boiled and which ones are raw.
Yep.
And so we asked them questions like, "What is Dane's middle name?" And they're like, "I don't know." And then
Hadley.
and I was like, I go,
Did they laugh?
I said, my middle name is one of the kids in this room's real name, like first name. And because one kid in our youth ministry, her name is my middle name. And so
No one is going to guess it.
It just so happened she sat in the front row. And so I'm up on stage, like emceeing this, and I go, "What is Dane's middle name?" And then me and Deshaun were up there, and then they were like, "Oh, I don't know." And I was like, "My middle name is the same as someone in this room's first name." And they're like, "I don't know." And then I walk up to the little girl. Well, she's a 7th grader. And so I walk up to her and I go, "What is Dane's middle name?" And she goes, "Hadley." And I go, "How do you know that?" And she goes, "My name is Hadley."
There you go.
There you go.
I'm glad she figured. I was like, I don't know. Which person?
And then everybody clapped, and I was like, "Yes, this is my daughter." And no, but I will be naming my daughter Hadley. But she's not my daughter.
Nice. You are not the father.
Not the father. But so this egg, we're like, we don't want to get egg all over the youth building, right?
Yeah.
And so we laid down tarp. We gave them ponchos to put on.
We laid down tarp.
And then when they smashed the real egg on their head, it went way further than we had tarped.
Yeah.
All over the carpet. And we're like, oh boy. And we cleaned up egg for a while after that.
Yeah.
And so it was a great game. Kids got their phones out and recorded it, and they remember it. And I think that's going to be the big takeaway from the night. But also, I have one last youth group story.
All part of
Dane's manifesto. And so this kid, or I saw this on TikTok, so this didn't happen to me. But this guy goes, we were at a youth group retreat once, and this kid figured out that if you download this app, you could call anybody you want from any number that you want. It'll pop up on their phone that way. And
911.
so he calls his mom from his dad's cell phone number. So calls mom from dad's cell phone number. Mom answers in the middle of the night, and while her kid is supposed to be at this youth getaway trip, and all the kid says is, "I'm in your house," and hangs up. Just hangs up. And mom, what does mom do? Rolls over, turns to the husband in the bed, wakes him up, and goes, "Where's your phone?" And he said, "Downstairs."
That's horrifying.
And so,
wait, and when was this?
This was, I don't know when it was, but it was this guy telling this story from his youth group.
Oh.
And so they call the police, and then the police are en route. They call the kid and say, "Hey, are you okay? Also, like, was this any sort of prank? Like, was this you?" And then the kid goes, "Nope, not me," hangs up. And so when they call the police back, and they go, "Yeah, it wasn't a prank. It wasn't anything." And the police send a SWAT team on their way to the house. And then finally the youth pastor guy convinces the kid to call his parents back and tell them it's a prank. So he calls him back, tells him it's a prank. And the mom has to meet the SWAT team on the front lawn and say, "Hey, it was all just a prank."
Have you heard of the podcast Youth Group Chronicles?
I think that's who it was. They have a TikTok now.
Oh, wait. So this wasn't someone that you knew.
No, I don't know this person. Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
You're like, you should send this to Youth Group Chronicles. And that was definitely it. You definitely saw that in your algorithm.
Yeah.
Because that sounds a lot like a story they would say.
TikTok is starting to figure out who I am.
Yeah, that's
sports,
crazy.
youth group, and funniness.
Until
Anything-
next week podcast.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Joshua.
Shout out Joshua Schmitz. Yep.
But that was Dane's manifesto.
And now
Wait, hold on. Next, now it's time for something else.
And are you ready?
It's actually Sammy's Little Known Facts. Sam's Little Known Facts. Out of the box and off the tracks. Oddball genius that knows about tax. Sam's Little Known Facts. And he never listens to Jack.
Welcome back to Samuel's Little Known Facts.
Whoa,
new
whoever's-
drops. Wow.
Whoever sings that's good.
He had a smooth jazz voice, kind of.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that was surprise number 2 for you.
He sounds hot. I mean, respectfully.
Samuel's Little Known Facts, part 6. Here we go. Sea otters hold hands while they sleep.
I knew that.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. Keep going.
I was going to say this keeps them from drifting apart while floating on the water.
I knew that.
Well, maybe
told me
some
that.
people, I guess maybe does everybody know it? I don't know. I mean,
No.
it's kind of a little known fact.
No, it's just something that I randomly heard at one point somehow. I don't know how. But somebody told me that.
You've probably heard the next one then.
Maybe.
Bananas are berries, but strawberries are not.
I think so.
Yeah. Bananas
I think so.
qualify as berries because they develop from a single ovary.
Whoa.
Strawberries, not so much. This is what it said.
Whoa.
This is what it said. I didn't read all this.
This is
through.
PG, Samuel.
Okay, now go to the next one. Wombat poop is cube-shaped. Yep. Wombats produce cube-shaped droppings, which helps prevent them from rolling away, and they can mark their territory
Ew.
effectively.
Shepherd's is also cute.
He marks his territory everywhere. It's like,
does.
hey,
He
Uncle
does.
Dane, do you want to play with some blocks?
He needs to quit peeing on me.
Oh, man. Like, seriously.
It's only been once.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Man.
I was just trying to find a button.
Ew.
I wasn't going to play it. And then you mentioned it. So, okay, sorry.
Samuel turned Shepherd's, whatever that is, into a drop on our board.
I thought it could come in handy.
No, it's the worst.
Every once in a while, just
No.
have them cry a little bit.
No.
Okay. Okay, so next up is sloth. Sloth.
Sloths. Just say sloths.
Sloths. You say it.
I'm not saying it.
Just say the first word.
Sloths.
Can hold their breath longer than dolphins. Now
Really?
Now say it again.
Sloths.
Slow their heart rate and can hold their breath for up to 40 minutes. Dolphins, only about 10 minutes underwater.
Same.
So, do you want to say the word again?
Sloths.
So they're pretty cool animals.
Yeah, some people, that's their favorite animal. Respectfully, I think they're okay.
Yeah. Who does, can you say it again?
Sloths.
What does that remind you of? Like, who
Lindsay
does it-
Reed. Lindsay
Yep, there
Reed.
we go.
Lindsay Reed. Easy. Easy money sniper. Dane Biesmeyer.
And this last one is kind of confusing, but a day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus.
That doesn't make any sense.
So it took me a while to understand what this was saying. And basically, Venus takes about 243 Earth days to rotate once on its axis, but only 225 Earth days to complete an orbit around the sun.
So it's just a slow axis.
Yeah, so it moves really slow, but it goes faster around the sun, which is wild. I had to look at that for a while. I'm like, what is happening here?
Read it, reread it, be like, I'm
Yeah.
confused, reread it again.
Yeah, and then eventually it did make sense. So
Yeah.
those were my little known facts this week, and let's just listen to it one more time. Hey,
Sam's little known facts, out of the box and off the tracks. Oddball genius that knows about tax. Sam's little known facts, and he never listens to Jack.
Yep.
Good singer, that guy, whoever it was.
So that's it for
Man,
all my Samuel's little known facts.
the little known facts.
Part 6, but
Part 6.
I know part 6, but let's just get into the next part of the episode, you know? Yes, we have our voice memos once again, and some Spotify Q&As, Apple reviews, etc. Maybe not all of those, but here we go.
The key to any good segment is a fire drop.
Yep. And this is leading to this.
What's up, guys? I'm back with Jokes with Jack. And if you're driving, don't pull over. What is that, a cop? No, keep driving past that cop. don't sit down because it's time with Jokes with Jack. And you guys are going to love this one. It's either so bad that you leave a 5-star review and say how much you love the pod and how much you hate my jokes, or it's so cheesy that you should just move to Wisconsin and wear a cheese head the rest of your life. But anyway, here's my joke. You know how when birds fly, they fly in a V shape? You know, the letter V?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know how one side of that V is longer than the other?
So true.
Do you know why that is?
No.
Because there's more birds on that side.
You know what? I'm tired of that. That wasn't even a joke.
Was pretty dumb.
That wasn't even a joke.
He said that was probably the best, worst joke yet.
Best, worst joke.
Yeah. I was like, I don't get the punchline. But yeah, there's just a lot of birds on one side. So shout out.
I think there's a reason for it, but I don't remember what that reason is.
It's got to be something with like wind resistance or something or another.
Flight patterns.
Yeah, I don't really know for sure.
All the things.
But besides that, we also received a Facebook message from Emily Abbott.
Ooh.
She sent us a clip from another podcast, and I think we'll just listen in and share our thoughts. So here we go once again. After I click it and it loads, and here we go. Oh my word, it's not playing. I'm going to restart it. Sorry for all this.
Hello, podcast world.
Yep, I got to click. Here we go.
About the Mountain Dew conspiracy?
No.
There's always been that conspiracy of Mountain Dew flavors coincide with like big major events. They had something with Maui, and then the Maui fires happened, right? Last year, they brought back the pitch black, and then we had like the biggest IT blackout of all time. And there was another one that was a tropical flavor last year, tropical swirl. And then we had all those crazy hurricanes.
Was there one with Code Red?
I can't remember if there was, but then they brought a Star Spangled Splash flavor for 4th of July last year. And then, no joke, that bridge collapsed. Guess what the name of the bridge is called? Francis Scott Key, the guy who wrote the Star Spangled Banner. Isn't that wild?
That's insane.
So they just released a new flavor. Purple Thunder is the new flavor.
Purple Thunder.
Oh, that's
Purple. Oh man, I knew I was gonna sneak that past you.
Purple rain.
Dude. Dang it!
I do have the Code Red conspiracy. Code Red was only a few months before 9/11 when it debuted.
No way.
That's insane. Kind of crazy.
This is nuts.
That's wild, man.
Let's rewind real quick. Mountain Dew is owned by Pepsi, correct?
Yes.
And we do know that Pepsi worked with the CIA that one time to overthrow the Chilean government.
Yeah.
Does the CIA work with PepsiCo?
I mean, I think it's confirmed at this point. I don't
You
think
guys heard it here first.
Have you guys heard about?
Then what was the Baja Blast conspiracy?
I don't know.
What was the voltage conspiracy?
Here, you keep saying ones. Baja Blast conspiracy.
What was the I don't know. There's lots of them. Because I used to work for a vending machine company, so I know a lot of them.
So, oh no, that's Baja Midnight.
Yeah. No, Baja Blast. What about all the zero flavors? Mountain Dew Zero one of them?
Okay, so you debunked it. Okay.
Yeah.
You get it. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. There's no conspiracy for
It's kind of like
all of them.
It's kind of like The Simpsons where they like predict the future, but it's because they've done so many episodes.
Yeah.
Eventually they'll be right on some stuff.
Yeah, you just happen to keep releasing flavors that just keep happening.
Yeah.
Now, the names are a little interesting, and maybe that's true. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not. However, Mountain Dew could do no wrong.
Yeah.
Anyways, Mountain Dew is not the reason these things happen. The reason these things happen is the government's connected to everything.
The weird one to me, though, was the Mountain Dew headshot before the JFK assassination.
What?
Sorry.
I don't even know when Mountain Dew was invented.
I don't know either. Seems like it was something that happened a little bit later, but who knows? Who knows?
Long time.
I think it's time to get into some Spotify responses from the week. From episode 119, Elizabeth Virgil put, I laughed out loud so much during this episode on a day that started out rough. Thanks, guys. Very fun having Joshua on. Dane's communism quiz, laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. Also, I was parking my minivan at the exact moment Dane said to do so for his manifesto. So that was kind of freaky.
That is kind of freaky. And also, we love it when people follow instructions.
Yes. And then we had some more from episode 120. Jack put, Samuel predicting McElroy to win the Masters just proves he is a verified sports expert. Dane predicting the exact amount of time suspended for bringing, drinking, and distributing tequila in the Omaha, Nebraska public school system just proves that Dane got into trouble a lot as a child. Hashtag educate illiterate Dane.
I forgot about that. I was like, she probably got suspended for 2 days. And then Lindsay's like, 2 days. And I'm like, bang!
Ali Hoopy put, my thoughts. My taxes are done. I watched the end of the Masters. Golf is so relaxing to watch, especially with Jim Nance's voice. Shout out to Jake's Body Shop for sharing the gospel. I love podcasts, so I wouldn't be anti-wedding podcasts. Forget the wedding video and have two funny friends commentate everything. And then she put, I sent the goods in the mail today. So, Emily Abbott.
What are the goods?
You'll just have to listen in to find out once I receive them. Emily Abbott put, another great episode. Such a relatable and true message at the end. I'm probably something that you said, most likely, but
no,
maybe it was something I said. Who knows? Dane Biesmeyer.
Hey,
whoa.
We don't know who put this. Anonymous left.
I can't read. I'm illiterate. Lindsay Reed hit the track, thought she brought the heat, but her laces gave up and took a seat. She runs so slow, got lapped by a bee. Even statues say, girl, pick up your knees. Racing a turtle, she's still coming last. Mom and dad left, got bored that fast. Mr. ChatGPT himself, I'm sure.
Whoa, that was good. Whoever put that, Mr. Anonymous, that's crazy. All about how Lindsay's slow and how, like, dad never wanted to go to your track meets there. I said it. He only wanted to come to my baseball games and tennis matches.
That's wild. Nat put, Samuel's comedic timing was on point with this episode. So many jokes went unappreciated by his co-host.
Whoa.
Time for expansion of the pod so he can be properly appreciated. Hashtag cancel Dane.
Expansion of the pod, we do need a female voice on the pod.
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while, because Samuel likes to shut down women.
What in the world? Well, Elizabeth Virgil left another comment on this episode, and I'm not going to shut her down. And she put, as someone who was born in Tulsa and then moved back to attend Bible school there, I did not appreciate Dane's Tulsa slander.
I remember that.
Really enjoyed Samuel's little known facts. You're getting a lot of hate. A lot of people are liking me.
It's because Tulsa's the worst place I've ever been.
My word.
It is. I've been there. I didn't enjoy my time. Nobody wished me happy birthday. And I had to eat mini tacos from a plastic
So they don't
box.
wish you happy birthday because you don't tell anybody your birthday.
That's fine.
Jack brings up your birthday on here. He's like, no, that's not my bot. Nope. That's not my party day.
Yeah, but also it was in the worst place ever. I had to work long hours on my birthday. I had to come in at 7 and stay until 5. And then I went back to my hotel room and didn't do anything. No. Shepherd, quit. Shepherd, grow up and at least grow up to where you can use words.
Okay. And then we had a poll from episode 120. Which animal would be more difficult to beat in a fight? And with 85.7% of the vote, people agree that camel would be more difficult than a zebra.
When did we talk about that?
You asked me last week which animals could I beat in a fight, like 1 through 5. And two of the animals I mentioned were camel and zebra. So we had a poll question to ask the people what they thought would be more difficult.
With a bat, too.
Yeah, with a bat. Yeah. And people agreed that the camel would be more difficult to beat than the zebra.
Doesn't make any sense.
You asked me that last week, and I gave you animals.
Not the question. The fact that camel is harder to beat than a zebra.
I think they can move pretty well, and they're also just, like, big.
Zebras are way faster and have hooves.
I'm just saying what the people said. I'm a man of the people.
What did I say last week?
You didn't say any animals because you
I didn't
asked
pick a side?
Me.
Yeah, I didn't pick a side, though.
I don't think I asked you this exact question. I just needed a question, so I threw that out there to hear what people were thinking.
Okay.
That might have been my number 1 and number 2. Because I also had cow and like tortoise and some other animal.
I'll let everybody off the hook this week.
And then I had blue whale, and I wasn't going to throw blue whale in there.
That's true. Yeah.
So I think camel and zebra were my 2 and 3s. So I was like, what do you guys? Do you agree with this? And they tended to agree with my answers.
That's what they think, though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, besides that, it's time for our sponsors of the week. No drop on this one. But Jesus Christ of Nazareth, he is risen as of yesterday, but really a long time ago. But we celebrated yesterday, which if you're listening a few days from now, it could be a while ago. But it doesn't matter because you have some verses of the week to discuss.
Yeah, so this is less about Easter per se, because I kind of gave my Easter talk last week, / in my reading, because obviously today is not Easter for us, but Easter's tomorrow for us, which it was yesterday for you, or if you listen later in the week, then maybe it's before then, or a few days earlier. However, I've been reading, and I've decided that at the beginning of the year, I was going to read through all of the New Testament. And that was going to be my next Bible reading plan. And so I'm just reading. I've been reading the Gospels, and then I'm already through Matthew and Mark. And then I skipped Luke to go to John because Luke starts and then Acts is a continuation of Luke, essentially, because Luke wrote Acts. And so I'm like, I'll read Luke and his literary style and everything, and then just roll into Acts after that. So I'm in Mark. And then I started to realize, I'm getting ready to finish Mark right around Easter. And so I'm like, or not Mark, John. I'm in John right now. I'm getting ready to finish John right around Easter. And I'm like, maybe I should slow down a little bit, read a little less every night. That way I can read the crucifixion and read the death of Jesus on Good Friday, and then read of the resurrection Saturday night before Sunday morning whenever we actually go to Easter and celebrate the resurrection of Christ. And so I was like, that'd be kind of cool. So let's do that. And so I started reading, and I was reading last night on Good Friday about the crucifixion of Jesus. And I got to this point in John 19 here, where it's the title over the top is, I read the ESV, by the way, is Jesus' side is pierced. And it says, since it was the day of preparation, and so the bodies would not remain on the cross on the Sabbath, for the Sabbath was a high day, the Jews asked Pilate that their legs might be broken and that they might be taken away. So the soldiers came and broke the legs of the first and of the other who had been crucified with him. But when they came to Jesus, they saw that he was dead already, and they did not break his legs. And I'm reading this, and I'm like, why are they talking about breaking their legs? I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. They're crucifying them. They're just going to die. And then I started to read my commentary and realize, I'm like, they wanted to break their legs so that they would die faster, so that they couldn't lift themselves up to gasp for air again, and they go back down to exhale, then up and down until they utterly are exhausted and die. And this is the Jewish people. It says the Jews asked Pilate if they could break their legs and that they might be taken away, so that way they wouldn't have to work on the Sabbath. So they wanted to break the two thieves on either side of Jesus and Jesus's legs, so that way they would die faster, so they could get them down so they don't have to work on the Sabbath, because they had to observe it for a holy day and not work on the holy day. And this is like, I'm sitting here last night just so profound again and just astonished just at this, like, man, they don't realize what's in front of them, and they don't care to realize what is in front of them, and who is the Son of God. And all these people around them, as Jesus is dying, like the Roman centurion, the guy who works for Rome, sees this and says, surely this man is the Son of God. The thief on the cross next to him, like, talks about wanting to be in heaven with Jesus later, and then Jesus says, surely today you'll be in paradise. Like, those people who aren't following Jesus, have never talked to Jesus, don't know his scriptures, the Old Testament, are now all of a sudden saying, surely this is the Son of God. And the Jewish people, the religious elite, who are the ones who sent him to be crucified, are the same ones who say, hey, he's not dying fast enough. Break his legs so he can't breathe anymore, so that way he dies faster. And I'm like, gosh, like, that's crazy. And yet, like, how often, like, are we, like, skipping through our quiet time a little bit faster because we don't want to spend time with Jesus? And I'm speaking to myself in most of this is just like because my quiet time's at night. And so I'm like, hey, I want to sleep faster, so I want to go to bed sooner. And even if you're a morning reader, how like early do you get up to read your Bible before you have to go to work or whatever it might be? And so it's like, hey, I'm going to sleep until this time and only give myself this much time with Jesus, because that's all I can fit in is that time with Jesus. And yet it was Charles Spurgeon who said, Prince of Preachers, who said, I have so much to do today, so I must spend the first 4 hours in prayer. And I start to think about it from that context and that light. And I start to think, man, are we like super different from the Jewish people, from the religious elite, from the like, look of what we're lenting from? Look how much I read the Bible. And it's not so much like how much of the Bible do I read, but how much does the Bible get in me? And so I start to think that my roommate actually came up with that. I didn't come up with that saying, but it's how much does the Bible actually get into me instead of what do I get out of the Bible? And so I start thinking about it, man, and it's just like they missed the point then, and a lot of times we miss the point now, and yet, like, Easter is not just the day where Jesus has risen, because he's risen every day. And so it's what are we doing with that information? Are we sitting on it? Are we just saying, yep, that's pretty good, Pastor, I'm gonna go home now? Mm-hmm. Or what are we going and doing? Because faith without works is dead. You're not saved by your works, but it's evidence that you are saved. And so it's like, where are we doing with this? Are we just saying, hey, man, I wish Jesus could die faster. I wish I could just get my time with Jesus done so I can get to what I enjoy, what my comfort, what my flesh enjoys. Or are we actually saying, hey, how about I sit in this for a little bit? How about I sit at the feet of Jesus like Martha did? I can't remember if it was Mary or Martha. One of them was busy walking around, and the other one was just sitting at the feet of Jesus, realizing what was in front of her. And we have that in the scriptures and in the Holy Spirit that lives in us. And so let's sit at the feet of Jesus.
Shout out.
I didn't even think about that beforehand. I just was like, I'm going to talk about this passage and just see what happens.
Well, you killed it. As per usual. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well.
You said I killed him?
No.
That's crazy.
No, he is
Samuel.
risen. He is
That's
risen.
true. He has risen.
I'm not the little kid. Crucify him. No, that was
me. Crazy.
Really quick, I think you know this, but Barabbas's first name is...
Barabbas.
No.
I don't know what Barabbas's first name is.
Do you actually not know his first name?
No.
I just want to confirm that I am correct here, but something I didn't know for a long time.
Is it Jesus?
Yeah.
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 I was wondering.
Where is it? I can't find it right now, but I believe I've heard that before. This is really interesting content.
Well, I think I've heard that before too. Because
Yeah.
I just accessed that from the brain somewhere.
Yeah, I can't find that now, but I know I've heard that before. So, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, here. It says, give this figure the first name Jesus, making his full name Jesus Barabbas. So
it's crazy because like put your feet or put yourself in the shoes of Pilate, where he's like, he comes to the crowd and just says, I find no fault in this man. And he's talking to Jesus. He's like, are you the king of the Jews? And he goes, you say I am. And then he starts talking about something else. I can't remember what it is, but just like power and like he doesn't want to crucify Jesus. He like, I don't know what Pilate's really feeling is here, but he has such a fear of the people that he's like, if I like don't crucify Jesus and give Barabbas up, then I'm gonna have a what's it called? A riot on my hands.
It's
And so
weird. It's like he's a weak
they're just
leader there,
crucifying.
but also he's listening to the people, but also not all the people are technically there like voting. It's just the people who are currently looking like a riot.
Yeah, they came there because they just weren't happy that Jesus didn't ride in on a white horse and looking like Samson and slay Rome forever.
Yeah.
I mentioned that on Wednesday.
It's wild stuff.
Actually, no, I forgot to mention that.
You can always bring it back.
No.
Okay.
It's
okay.
ruined.
Something we can't bring back, though, is our number 2 sponsors of the week, Jake Trust and Art, Jake's Body Shot, and Reverend Banks.
Wow. Wedding for Reverend Banks coming up 1 week from when you're listening to this.
Crazy.
April 27th. Yeah. 24th is the beginning of the bachelor
So make
party.
sure to send him presents.
Yeah, send him presents. And Mrs. Reverend Banks.
Yes. And send us presents as well.
We like presents.
And then the number 3 is sponsor of the week, someone I don't think I've mentioned before, Jake Brickle. He helped hook me up with some of those tickets earlier this week, so I'm happy about that, and he's an awesome guy, and that's all you need to know about him.
Brickle in a pickle.
Brickle in a pickle. Yep. He flies planes. Final thoughts and some, just final thoughts. Reach out if you want to make clips for us. Joshua Schmitz, you know who you are, but I haven't got you any videos lately, so I apologize. Friday Pickleball. Use the code Samuel14434 if you want to get extra $5 off your pickleball order. They're coming out with a new paddle pretty soon, which is like super, super, super elite. So make sure to use my code during that time, and then you can get the best of the best of the best paddles and also help me out as well and help yourself out. Also, Dane's ministry support link is in the bio. If you decide to support him through that link, make sure to send either him or the Until Next Week podcast an Instagram message so that way they can track it properly at the church. Also, keep telling your friends if you enjoy the pod. Please.
Money.
Force them to listen. And then also leave us 5 stars if you haven't. Leave us some voice memos. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And thank you again for listening to episode 121 of the Until Next Week podcast.
It's dinner time.